Hey, y'all. Airlex Music Show. We got Mr. Ben Franklin coming in.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Somebody that we like, we love, and we understand his flavor, man. How you doing, Mr. Ben?
Man, I'm doing so good, man. I am so thankful, man, to be with you. Hey, man, we're over here doing our licks, man. You know how we doing it, man. We changing the narrative, doing something different. You over here in the studio cooking up the hits, the old fashioned way, actually playing on
Absolutely.
instruments and writing songs and we're not using any prompts or anything like that. We're just using our minds, you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely. So, tell me where your music history actually started at.
And my music history actually starts with my mother and my father. My mother was a background singer for the legendary BB King, um, Buddy Guy, Bobby Boo Bland, just to name some of our legendary blues artists. She was a great singer, man. For the overseas leg of the tour, my father was mainly, a well-serviced army man, highly decorated. So I grew up with all types of music, heavily on the blues, heavily on country. Both my parents were from Texas, so even though I grew up overseas, we went down to Texas, man, to get that real down home cooking. I like to put it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's how my background started, and then from there, starting with the blues and country first, eventually went to gospel, and then my mother, she put me in jazz classes in New Orleans to play the trumpet and the piano. So like that was kind of like the schooling part of, if you will, of learning music, and so like that was like the beginning parts of it, man. And without those fundamentals, man, I wouldn't be nowhere near where I'm at right now, man. Especially now with the arrival of AI. If you don't know how to play an instrument, or you don't know how to translate your emotion through the instrument, man, it would be kind of hard. You know what I mean? And kind of take your
Wow.
spirit away as you're listening to a computer do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, yeah. So
So,
it's
what
crazy.
genre of music does Mr. Ben love and enjoy the most? And then, what genre you have seated yourself in? Because I've heard some
Hmm.
beautiful music today that I had the
Yeah.
opportunity to be introduced to. The melody was just it was sensual. So, what
Ooh,
what, what is that
yeah.
genre?
Well, yeah, man. I personally, again, I'm, knowing that my background and my fundamental is blues. I would never leave my rhythm and blues roots. That's who I am. Through and through. Even though God has blessed me with the ability to write other different genres of music, I've been blessed to, man, everything from classical to symphonic to funk, which I mean, I love funk. I mean, I'm a funketeer. I've
Right.
been baptized by Bootsy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, hip hop, of course. It's all a derivative. But me, man, I'm down home blues and R&B, man, all day. You know.
Absolutely, man. So I know you may not want to give none of that good cooking that you're doing in that crock pot with that good
Yeah.
music you got going on, man. So
Hmm.
you feel comfortable letting the world hear just a little bit of your sound,
Ah,
what
yeah,
is that
man.
what does that sound look like?
What does that sound look like, man? It looks like a human being tearing it up. That's what it looks like. You know, we,
So instrument wise, is it just the acoustic guitar or are you fundamentally sound in other
oh no,
instruments?
no, sir. I am proficient in acoustic, electric guitar, bass guitar, piano, and trumpet. Those are my main choices of weapons. I like to use, and as well again though singing. You know what I mean? Like that's always like the forefront, and then the rest is just kind of like to kind of build around the sound that I'm trying to create, or the emotion.
Right. Because when you
Hmm.
when you was you was picking, as they say, with that
Yeah.
guitar. It was like you were in sync, not just with the
Yeah.
sound, but with the rhythm that you were picking. And I
Mhm.
really like that, man. So let's tell the audience about the music station and what is the music
Oh,
station about, and how is that music
oh,
station gonna be enlightening to the rest of the crowd, because there is this announcement that I think you want to give all the viewers.
absolutely, man. Well, off rip, I want to make the announcement of that. KNX Live is fully, exclusively partnering up with Aerolix, black-owned media company, which I'm very proud to be a part of. Um, we, in my team, we decided to start back at the beginning of music. A lot of us don't remember, including myself. These were stories that were told to me of when, we were out there working in the fields, and, people with suits would come in and, take so and so know how to play the guitar and sing, and bring them to the studio. And then next thing you know, they're on the radio, and next thing you know, they're a superstar, and all that good stuff. And then, we hear the tragic story. Oh man, now so and so is who's a famous blues guitar player now is hooked up on drugs and lost all the money, and all you got left is the Cadillac that they gave you,
Uh-huh.
right? These stories, Zay, we've, unfortunately in our community has stricken us as it's just a normalcy with African American artists, that you already know that we're going to be caught in some kind of drama, we're going to be caught in some kind of drugs, and yada yada. We're going to lose all the money. We're not going to own all of our masters.
That
Then
part.
that same story that has plagued our beautiful community since the start. Well, those days are over now, because it's like what my grandmother used to say, hey, make sure you read, because they always try to put it in the book to make sure that we try to
You
hide it
want to
from you.
hide it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a new day, man. We're bright and young out here, you and me, and we have come together with our knowledge to understand that there's power in media, in controlling our own narrative.
Yes.
And in radio, it's not only that, it's also controlling the music that's heard, and who owns the rights to that music, and we wanted to take this technology that we have now today and put it out towards not only the right now to, people who making music now, but for the future, change the mind state. Like, hey, man, let's go back to the old school. Back in the day, if you were in the studio or if you were working on a record, the first thing you would do when you were finished, you would take it to the radio disc jockey. You would take it to the radio disc jockey. That'd be the first thing you wanted to get it heard. Now they've bamboozled us to think, oh, well, the first thing you got to do, you got to upload it to YouTube.
That part.
But you don't own that freeway, and
Here's the beauty that I won't get too deep in that process, but I'll skim across the top like some milk.
yeah,
One of the things that is very important is that we create these bonds, and these bonds
yes,
lead to something that is called generational wealth. That generational wealth
yes,
has to look like something that goes beyond my lifespan, not just within
correct,
my life. So,
correct,
the hard work that we're putting in, we're going to enjoy while we're doing it, but we're setting a stage that no one else can just tear down. So I think that's something
correct,
that's extremely beautiful and something that is very powerful. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that
absolutely.
I want to make sure that I tap in with you. The viewers don't know how important and
Woo!
how special this interview
Oh,
actually meant. We only
oh
have
man,
a few minutes to tap in, but I want to let the viewers know that you are meeting the individual who's going to be running, hosting,
that's
controlling,
right.
and dealing with the Aerolex music channel in itself. And
That's
I'm
right.
very proud and thankful to be a part of the relationship that you're
Oh,
allowed.
let me tell you, Jay, I am, man, I am stricken with being humbleness, man. I mean, this morning I was praying to God, man, right before you called me, and And it was just even more of a reason why we have to continue doing what we have to do. You see, that mansion that God built is here on earth. It's not in something in the sky. And we have to build it together. And we got to protect it, and
Yes.
Arlex is leading the way, and that is why it was imperative for us to team up with what you're doing, brother. Yeah, I mean, music is such an integral part. There's things that we do. We talk about it every single day. We eat, we drink, and we listen to music. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
And
and we got to give a shout out. We got to give a shout out, man, to the glue. The glue was Mr. Freeway Ricky Ross, your
Mr.
family.
Freeway Rick Ross.
Without him, in relation to this scenario, we wouldn't have the opportunity to cross paths. I would have probably seen you on the other road, and we never would have knew each other's value.
Man, we gotta look. I'm so glad you said that, Zay. Because look, man, it's so many times. I mean, people don't even know. Man, Rick has helped so many people. Including myself, man. And I just really got to take a time out to shout out my brother, man, my uncle, man. He is an integral part of my life, man, and my success, man. So us coming together, man, is even more a testament to how important it is for us to come together as a community. It's a testament.
Yes, and I'm thankful, man, and I appreciate the time that you was willing to give me, out of your musical growth and because one thing that's for sure, and two things that's for certain, the partnership with that glue of Rick Ross in the middle, we gonna shoot to the top, man. And I'll be tapping back in with you when I can get you in front of that guitar.
Oh man, yeah, we're gonna have to come back on and set this up. I got a little session going on right now. We cooking some fried chicken right now, but trust and believe, Zay, we gonna be on this thing. Hey, we about to wear this whole situation out. I'm about to tell you.
All right. So thank you for tapping in, man. And I'll talk to you in a hot second. And Airlex Music is thankful to be a part of the world with you. And let's do it.
Man. I am so blessed to be a part of Airlex and uplifting the platform, man. This is what we need. This is what we need, man. We're going to let the world know.
All right. Love you, brother. Talk to you in a hot second.
Love you too, brother.
Keep cooking that good music. Hey, fry the chicken hard, man.
Yeah, I'm frying it hard, bro.
That's right. Yeah, man. I'll let you in a minute, big.
All right, baby. Talk a little bit.
Let's do it.
Hey Wes, it's me. I caught him again, man. I don't know what I should do. Come on, tell me.
Well, look, Jay, for me, it's kind of awkward, you know what I mean? Because you know how I feel about you. But, woman, dry your eyes. You don't have to cry no more. He ain't worth a tear, not one of your tears, babe. If you ever need somebody's shoulder to cry on, call me.